What's good? What's happening? My name is VUYI.X, also known as VUYI.X, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome home. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the like button and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, as the title of the video suggests, welcome to 23. Welcome to my Jordan age. This is what I thought would be a great opportunity for us to get to know each other, giving you 23 facts that you might not have known about me, right? So I am very much ecstatic. I'm very much, happy to be doing this. This is a very new stage in my life, and there's just so much I want to unpack about not only my life, but what it means to be right here. Let's go. So before we unpack these 23 questions, I think we firstly need to explain and unpack the significance of what your Jordan year means, right? So obviously the Jordan year is basically associated with Michael B. Jordan, a really, really phenomenal basketball player, NBA player actually, that really did a lot, right? He changed the game, and he is very much well respected for his talents within the basketball industry, right? And his winnings, his greatness, how he basically led in terms of inspiring the whole game of basketball is basically associated with the number he wore on his back, which was the number 23, right? And that has basically been the whole understanding or whole concept behind your Jordan year being the year or age of 23. This age of 23 is basically associated with greatness. It's associated with doing the impossible, right? Breaking boundaries, breaking limitations, right? And it's also scientifically described to be an age where you are of your most adult capacity. So your brain is fully developed and you are a full-grown adult, and a lot of what needs to be pieced behind your identity and the man or woman you're trying to be is basically solidified. Hence the understanding of Jordan. Yeah, right? So with that being said, I just wanted to unpack 23 questions that I thought really do shape me as a person as I enter the age of 23. And I'm gonna give y'all, but before we get to that, I actually want to give you guys a sneak peek of like what I did, right? Because it was a really good day, right? It was a really good day. Okay, now that you have seen how much of a spoiled baby I was, let's get into it, right? So the first question to the 23 questions that I have set aside is, do you have a degree and what did you study? So guys, I do have a degree. I recently graduated with the Management College of Southern Africa. I did my degree in BCom, Information Technology. It was a really
See, this ain't it.
Really long time. It took me 3 years to complete this degree, and it was very much challenging. It was a very much challenging degree, and it was very much worth it. The fact that I actually was employed before the completion of the degree actually speaks to how much value it holds, right? So yeah, that's what I studied. What's your type romantically, right? So my type romantically, guys, okay, so I'm very much into, this will sound so weird, I'm very much into blonde gents.
No ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am.
Right? I'm into blonde gents, right? And that's weird. Because a lot of people are attracted to the very cliche, intelligent, working in finance, blue eyes kind of gent, and I'm more attracted to someone that's quirky, someone that has a good sense of humor, someone that doesn't take life too seriously. That's what I am into, because I do think opposites do attract, right? Okay, and then white or red wine. I am so it depends. If we're speaking sweet wine, I really am a fan of the Robertson brand. Chapel Red really goes very, very well. If not, I'm into a Chardonnay, which is white. Those are my top two. So I'm a bit of both, right? I am a bit of both. Okay, so this is question number 3. Describe your taste in music. My taste in music is very much new, fresh, and unique. I'm very much into new artists, new voices. I'm not into like your traditional like pop music, like your voices that you can recognize easily. They're very cool, but I'm into voices that are very much unique and very new and fresh. Right, so that's how I describe my taste in music. What's your greatest aspiration? To be happy. Such a cliche answer. My greatest aspiration is so in a really good book that I read, Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk. He speaks a lot about Dharma, and I think and I believe that spoke a lot to my aspirations in terms of being in a position that urges me to associate myself with my Dharma. And my Dharma means my greatest talent. And I'm someone that's very vocal, and I always love to be in positions that allow me to do so. So my greatest aspiration is to be more in positions or have more opportunities that encourage that side of me, because that's the side of me that experiences the most healing, right? So definitely that is my greatest aspiration. And then question number 5. Where did you complete your high school? So I have a very much of a hectic background in terms of like when I moved. I used to be a Bloom kid, and then I moved to Gauteng, and I completed my high school with Mondio High School. A very, very good school, which with very, very, very great teachers as well. So yeah, that's my high schooling career. So we are on question number 6. Have you ever been heartbroken? Yes, I have definitely been heartbroken before, and it was with a great man from my days in Pretoria. Med student, we'll call him Chris. Chris was a very good guy, and it ended for whatever reason, and it ending really was a big blow to my heart. But other than that, I really haven't been heartbroken. Other things have been just mundane things, like usual things that you would expect from a like situationships and whatever. And okay, now question number 10. Name 3 role models. So 3 role models, 3 people that mean the most to me would be number 1, my parents, being both my mom and my dad. They really those people pushed, They really pushed to be where they are, and to have me see people work so hard is very much inspirational. Hence, they are my biggest role models. Number 2 has to be VUYI.X. I think he does play he paints a really good picture in terms of shaping what men can do if they put their mind to it. Very, very inspiring man, and he's doing very well for venture capitalists and the world and South Africa as well. And I also think Rich Munisi, guys. Rich Munisi is a really, very, very inspirational face in the face of fashion, and I think he's doing very well for himself as well. So like those are like my top 3 just role models in my life, people who constantly just shape what I want to do and the boundaries that I want to break, right? And then number 11, what was my worst subject in high school? My worst subject in high school was Afrikaans. I had a very interesting Afrikaans teacher. Yeah, she was different. She was different. She was different. For those who don't know, I believe her name was Miss Van der Merwe, and she loved cats. She loved cats, and in winter the windows were always open. And yeah, she was an interesting character, interesting face. What's your favorite book and why? So currently my favorite book has to be Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, but also The Courage of Being Disliked by Ichiro. Great. I think that is my favorite. The Courage of Being Disliked. Really good book. I encourage you to read it. It will blow your mind. So question number 13. Something we don't talk about enough. What's something we don't talk about enough? So on IG, I follow a really, really great guy. His name is Karabo Masati, and he speaks about it as well. Something that we don't talk. He spoke about it once on his status, right? And something that it was something that I resonated with, and something that we don't speak enough about is the pressure within the queer community to be successful and achieve great accolades. I think it's a healthy thing, but sometimes like the lengths that queer people go through to portray the image of success is very much crazy. So that's something I feel like we don't talk about yet. I think it's just normalized. It's just cool, right? And then smash, marry, or kill. I would marry Troy. Instagram personality. He's really, really good guy, and he has a podcast. Definitely marry Troy. He just seems like a great guy, man. Like he's someone that you can have a conversation with, and he seems very like level-headed. I would kill. Who would I kill? I would kill Caddy. I would kill Caddy, first by Caddy. Really great guy as well, but I killed Caddy. And I would I'd smash Gamble Worldwide. Very, very pretty Jane. Yeah, but those are my top 3. Sharp, fitted, sharp, good, sharp, fitted, sharp, good. So on question number 17, what are your pet peeves? So my pet peeves are narcissism. Someone that is narcissistic. I can't stand people like that. I will cut you off. That's a deal breaker for me if you are a narcissistic somebody that cannot sympathize, someone who's not honest, someone who believes that it's always about them. That is a big problem for me. So definitely narcissistic characters are my biggest pet peeves. And then advice that has always kept you going. So advice that has always kept me going is I think the only reason why I've made it so far was because I forced myself to understand being level-headed and control my impulsiveness. I'm a very emotional person, and with emotions come the impulsive need to do things. You know what I mean? So I've always learned to put myself through things, even if I didn't like them, but because they had to be done. I think that is the greatest advice that has made me the person I am today. I have been able to adult myself, to mentor myself and understand that there is an impulsive side of me that wants to give in, that wants to do things, but to ensure that I achieve the greater picture of what I truly want to achieve in terms of my goals. I always had to think of the bigger picture. The bigger picture had meant control. The bigger picture has meant letting go of things. Do you get what I mean? The bigger picture has meant letting go and forgiving and moving. So that is the greatest advice, guys. That is my advice to you guys. Just always be the bigger person. Always be the bigger person. Always be the bigger person. You'll go far. You'll go far, right? So yeah, that's my greatest advice. Introvert or extrovert? That's question 19. I'm an extrovert, but I do enjoy my space. I love being on my own and reading, but I do consider myself an extrovert only because I like to speak to people and I like to get to know people. I think people like pieces of art, man. There's once you understand people, you understand they give you access to who they are, the kind of people they are, the things they like. That is artistic to me, and I just genuinely like to know people and seep into people's minds. And so I'm very much extroverted. I like to engage with people. Long story short. Question 20. Ultimate favorite series. What is my favorite series? I did enjoy the How to Get Away with Murder series as a whole. I do think in the history of good television, How to Get Away with Murder was the peak. The writing, the characters, top tier. Okay, top tier. Wait, now question number 21. what is my love language? My love language is very much acts of service. I'm the kind of guy that will do things for you. I will do things for you guys. I'm an acts of service kind of guy. And I think in my third video, I want to just speak about how a lot of your experiences do shape who you are and what your love language ends up being. But long story short, I am an acts of service kind of guy. I'm the kind of guy that wants to do something for my partner, the kind of guy that wants to just, see what value I can bring to you at this particular moment, kind of vibe. You see, that's me. And then question 22, worst decision ever. That's a triggering question. What's my worst decision ever? Ooh, I've got plenty, but there's some things I'm going to say. My worst decision ever was, guys, taking. Okay, wait. Worst decision ever. There's so many. What do I choose? I don't know. Worst decision ever. Ooh, guys, my worst decision ever was joining the gym. Not in a sense that not in a sense that I hate gymming. I enjoy gymming. I usually do work out, but joining the gym in a sense where I used to gym prior and where I started gymming now, their prices spiked, and now now the prices spiked, and then it's like, for what reason? And then they have a bigger pool, and because now the pool,
am I getting a check for this? Where's the money?
Then they view you as no longer being a student, and then the prices jump, and I'm just like, bro, financially and analyzing, yeah, that doesn't make sense. So I was joining the gym aside. Don't ask where I am, but yeah, that was not conducive, and it's cold. It's cold. So yeah, joining the gym, and then best decision ever, and that is 23. That is the Jordan question. Best decision ever. Best decision ever was never giving up. Kidding, but best decision ever had to be pushing myself to limits, guys. I have pushed, hey. That's like my best decision ever. Like, making the decision to see how far I could really go has pushed me very, very far. And I believe that, yes, it gets tough, but it could get a lot worse, and seeing where your limitations lie and how far you can push actually shapes the person that you can be, because you know that as much as this is my threshold, I can do better, and having a relationship, a healthy relationship with that as well, is very much important as well. So yeah, never giving up, pushing myself to limits has to be the best decision I've ever made. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Those were the 23 questions that have signed me in to my 23, my Jordan year, my year 23. And I believe it's going to be a good one, man. And I hope you did enjoy this episode and had a really good time in getting to know me. Here's to the next one. And I look forward to seeing you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do click the subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. This is me signing out.